And they'll begin by running the option. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Locke. And that'll be incomplete. He was trying to get it to his running back, Alvin Kamara, and it's 3rd down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Block working out of the gun. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
I absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
They'll flip this quickly out to Beasley. And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. In his own end zone, it's Wentz. The toss here completed to Pittman. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. 19 yards there on the catch and run. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Taylor is the ball carrier.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They fake the give. Now Wentz. That's complete to Jack Doyle, the tight end. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter is a good running back dive play.
And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. It's a gain of 4 there that gives him a new set of downs.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he'll get this only up to about the 35.
Ball carrier.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout called. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, to have that dagger play, to have that play and just finish them off right now, because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
They'll run on 1st down. Hines, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 41-yard line.
On play action, Wentz. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now a play fake. Wentz. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete. That's a double win there, partner. You keep out of the return man's hands, and you pin him inside the 5-yard line. Pretty darn good.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a 1-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
At the 10-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. On the ground, Kamara. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Throwing on first down is Locke. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Back to the air on second down. It's Locke. He'll fire one downfield for Fant. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end. And that'll make it third down.
Brings up third down and 10.
Now Locke. He may try and run for this. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
Well, he was looking at a dime formation, 6 defensive backs on the field, so he's looking for anyone to throw the football to, but he didn't have anyone open, so he took off and ran for it, but he came up just short, and that brings up 4th down.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. They do go for it. It's Locke. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. On 4th down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, 4th down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it. But the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Justin Simmons.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. A quick toss out right, and he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. That time the conversion comes courtesy of the RPO.
And know what it did? It moved the sticks. Nice pickup on 3rd down. Even better decision.
From midfield, here's Wentz. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That goes for a gain of 31. Not really any offense for them to speak of here in this first half. Maybe that's what they needed, that big play.
Yeah, it seems that maybe everything changes right there. They've been a little slow out of the gate. We've seen that. But that one big play, that could spark a big burst right here.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now Wentz. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
He's out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Flushed out right. And he's going to keep it here. He'll get this one to Pittman. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Wentz. That one complete to the former Seminole, Auden Tate. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here, and just load up for it and see what happens.
On play action, it's Wentz. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. He was trying to get that ball to Auden Tate, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. Working from the gun, Wentz escaping the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Blankenship's kick is good. And the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game, because anytime you get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. It's their 3rd drive now, and so far we've seen a punt. In that 2nd drive, CD, they turned the ball over, so not the start that they were envisioning.
Yeah, they've been ineffective so far, but look, they've worked on a game plan all week long. Don't get away from it too soon. Find a way to get some significant gains, loosen up, get going, and then they should be okay the rest of the way.
On the ground, this is Kamara. He's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Lock. They'll set up the screen down to Kamara. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
At the 47-yard line.
On On second down, here's a keeper by the QB. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
Throwing again on second down. Lock. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
That's a gain of 6.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
A 40-yard attempt.
And it bangs off the left upright and deflects away. It's no good. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
To kick off for Denver.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
First down, Colts.
Taylor. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Complete to Cole Beasley.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Quick throw out wide by Wentz. Skirts by him at the 35. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. That's how you draw up the run-pass option right there. You get a chunk play out of it.
And you know quarterbacks love to throw the RPOs because oftentimes they're in-breaking routes, but receivers love it even more. The ball gets to them quickly, allows them to put some moves on in the secondary.
First and 10, Taylor now. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line.
The tackle made at the 24.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Play action. Now Wentz. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Cole Beasley, the intended target. But now it's third down.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. To throw, it's Wentz. And that's caught by Beasley. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
At the 11-yard line.
Wentz going to throw. That's complete to Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Well, if you're going to turn things around in a game like this, Charles, those are the kind of plays that you need.
And I just love the way that defense rallied to the football on that one. They got the completion, but he was smothered behind the line of scrimmage. And when you make tackles like that, your whole defense is going to...
And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. No doubt they were hoping for 7 points out of this drive, CD. The good news, they could at least salvage 3 because that ball went bouncing out of bounds.
Yeah, how about the bounce that they got? They kept them in field goal range. You're exactly right. They get a chance to get 3 points out of it and not cost themselves.
The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It was Von Miller who shot in there to get him down. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. The tackle there by Brian Poole.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Block working out of the gun. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. That's caught at the 25. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Jerry Judy, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Charles, there aren't really any slow receivers, but there's fast and then really fast. He's really fast, and he showed off the afterburners there.
And that he is, because when he took off, I was thinking there's no chance that he can actually reach him with that pass. Yet he did, and he's still sprinting. And just think about what that does for everyone else on his team, because his ability to stretch a field opens things up for the rest of the receivers on the team.
McManus's point after is good, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a fourth down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Hines. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a first down.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. The give to Taylor. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. On play action, they'll throw. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. A gain of 11 that time and a Colts first down.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Indianapolis.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41.
Taken down at the 41.
A gain of 3, second down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Quick throw into the hands of Pittman. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
They'll look to run with Taylor, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Colts are going to jump back in front. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
Good.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic, and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They'll start with the option. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. He was DeForest Buckner in on the tackle. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. The Broncos on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And some space here. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down.
Well, sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big 3rd down conversion. On 1st down, Locke. He completes this to Sutton. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And the Broncos are going to have it 1st and goal as he'll take this down to about the 3.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. From the gun, it's Locke. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Melvin Ingram just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
And goal.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it in. It's Kamara. And a decent effort, but they'll mark him down about 3 yards shy of the 1st. Call it 6, maybe 7, but now they're left with 4th down and goal. Well, obviously you can take the field goal here and tie it, or you can be gutsy. What are you doing?
Oh, man, come on. Let's be gutsy. Let's go get it, because to me, after this drive in this spot, a field goal feels like a disappointment. Go get it done, and let your team know you're with them.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Sliding out of the pocket. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Tate. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
We'll take that. We'll take that.
So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Buying time to his left. It's brought in left side by Tate. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. From the gun, it's Taylor. And they'll get him down right about the 20. The big nose tackle, Danny Shelton, there to swallow him up.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Second and 7 from the 20. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Wentz to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
27-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes it. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Melvin Ingram in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. So 3rd and long now for Locke and the Broncos following the sack. This is the tight end Fant. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. We got 30 seconds in the odds. Ready?
They'll go for it. It's Locke. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. On 1st first down. It's Taylor, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the 21-yard line.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. And this one is right through.
Is good.
And that extends their advantage to 6. It's 16-10. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the